All right, Terry, so let's go over some of the more technical features in your new car. I'm going to start with the Driver Information Center, which is directly in front of you here. These screens are all controlled with these arrows on the left and arrows on the right. The left arrows take us into our driver settings or whatever you want to monitor. So we can use the arrows to go up and down, and we can press OK to go into what screen we want. So of course, trip 1 is going to show you miles on the trip, average fuel mileage, and a trip timer. We can press and hold OK. That will reset everything to 0. Trip 2, there's trip 1, just like so. Next is fuel economy. Obviously, just as you would guess, shows your average fuel with a bar graph that'll raise and lower depending on how you're driving and accelerating. Driver assistance. This is for all the safety features and some of the driver assistance options that the car has on it. So like right now, blind spot monitor is turned on, which are in the corners of the mirrors. That'll light up amber if somebody's coming up next to you. Cross traffic alert is if you're backing out of a spot, it will sense that driveway so you don't back out in front of anybody. Both lights in the mirrors will go off, and it'll also beep in here. Third one down is our cruise control, where we can select the adaptive or the normal. I will explain the adaptive here in a little bit. Driver alert is, let's say somebody's turning ahead of you and you don't maybe hit the brakes in time, it's going to beep in the car. Red bar is going to come up on this screen here to let you know that you need to stop. The intelligent all-wheel drive just shows you when and if the car's going into the all-wheel drive. Lane keeping system, that is turned on and off on the end of your turn signal knob here. So by pressing this button here, lane keeping system's on. When you get this image, press the button again, lane keeping system's off. There's 3 different ways that it can help you. It can alert, aid, or alert and aid. So alert will just vibrate the steering wheel, aid will actually veer you back into your spot, and alert and an aid will do both. And then intensity, you can actually select how aggressive you want the steering wheel to vibrate when you do cross over the painted lines. That does automatically cancel when you put in, when you turn your turn signal on, so that the system knows that you're intentionally leaving your lane. Pre-collision, high, normal, low, again, kind of the driver alert, same thing. You know, if an accident seems unavoidable, there are systems put into place that will lock the brakes up for you. You still are 100% in control. I think high is a little bit annoying. You might be more like normal. I usually have mine on low. Active braking is turned on as well. Of course, rear park aid, those are your rear sensors when you're putting in reverse. And tire monitor will show you all 4 tires individually, their tire pressures. So that is everything in driver assist. The settings of the car. Top one's probably the most important, that is vehicle. Drive control, so handling in D, handling in S. So that's regular drive, that's sport mode. So drive, I have it in the comfort mode. Again, this is your suspension, this is how the steering reacts. Comfort's gonna make everything ride real nice, make the steering real soft and easy to turn. Normal's kind of just that intermediate, and then sport's gonna really tense up the suspension and tighten up the steering. You can either do normal or sport in the sport mode. And again, you asked me, I believe, but those are what the paddle shifters are for. And same for performance. That's really just changing shift points in the transmission. Easy entry exit. That is so once you set all your memory seats, that's going to save your seat, your outside mirrors, and your steering wheel, all where you want it. You just press and hold number 1 until you hear a beep. Seat saved. Then once you shut the car off with easy entry exit, that's going to slide the seat all the way back and the steering wheel all the way up and in so you can get out easier. Auto engine off. The car will run for about 15 minutes and then you will get a countdown basically so it doesn't think the driver forgot about the car, that it will shut the engine off. I believe after about 30 seconds, but you can override it by hitting OK if you are sitting in it. Lighting here, auto high beams, real cool at nighttime. I don't know if you notice when you're driving, but no longer have to turn your high beams on and off. It'll sense cars coming at you. The auto headlights down here, all the way to the right, set for auto, so they automatically turn on and off. One click back turns your lights on manually. That's just your parking lights, and that is lights off. Most people leave it right there. And the plus and the minus just turns up and down the lighting for your gauges here. But auto lighting is set to stay on for 20 seconds once you get out of the car at this moment. You can obviously adjust that where you'd like. It does have daytime running lights, and it does have welcome lights, so inside the outside door pockets will light up for you when you walk up to the car with your key fob. Locks. It is turned to auto unlock now, so when driver opens their door, it'll unlock all the other doors. Feedback is if we can select audible or just exterior lights when you hit the lock, so beep the horn or chirp the horn and flash the lights at you. Remote unlock. If you use your remote, you can have it do it, so you just press your unlock once and all doors unlocked, or just driver's door. You have to press unlock twice to open all the other doors. Mirrors are set to auto fold right now, so that when you lock the car, the mirrors fold in for you, which is nice. This is where you can check your oil life. The trunk, I don't know if you noticed when you had it, but it is power, so you can use the remote, your key fob, to open and close it. Remote start, real nice. We can go in here to climate control. I suggest leaving everything on auto because it's going to base interior temperature off of exterior. It'll also kick your heated seats and your steering wheel on. And then we can set how long we want it to run as well, 5, 10, or 15 minutes before it shuts off. Windows, they do remote open, so I believe it's press on your key fob, unlock, lock, and unlock. And you hold down on the unlock, and that'll drop the front windows down for you. And we do have rain sensing wipers, so up here, will sense moisture, kick your wipers on for you automatically. And the courtesy wipe is once you turn your wipers off, it'll wipe one more time just to make sure everything's clear. And again, I'm just using these arrows to toggle through here. My key is kind of a parental guidance feature. You have two key fobs that will allow you to actually, you could program one of the keys to not let the car go over 60 miles an hour, not let the radio be turned up over a certain limit. And then of course display, just where you can change your units of measurement, language, everything like that. So that is everything on this little screen here on this left side. Wherever you leave it, whether it's on trip 1 and 2 or fuel economy, that screen will always stay up unless you change it. Okay?